I'm sorry.
We are all in this together. Listen up, people. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit. It, the believers, sides, and seeds. Here, the home of the SEC Network.
The moment is finally here.
For me, walked in, look at how she stepped in, popped out, pull up in a drop, how I drop in.
The SEC, the best women's basketball in the country.
There's no shortage of star power. It's going to be so much fun.
There you go.
We're seeing relentless at work. SEC Network, your home for SEC women's basketball.
We gon' raise it up, we gon' raise it up.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Oh, yes, sir. It's all that astrology. It's already rolling now for this new season.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, one unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas all day.
With star power from across the globe.
It's the stars. They are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon on ABC and ESPN.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in sports. Welcome back to the Farm Ridge halftime report. We got the Governor's Cup out in Louisville. You always got good scores right there. All right, first quarter, no score, 4th and goal for the Cardinals, and they're looking for, there it is, the trophy, the Governor's Cup. Got it. Miller Moss leaps into the end zone, so the Cardinals strike first, up a touchdown. Mark Stoops trying to get his team motivated. Now second quarter, Louisville up 10-0. Moss this time going to fake the handoff, finds Jacob Stewart wide open.
Yeah, 4 straight scoring drives by Louisville, 20-0. Kentucky, not even 100 yards of offense.
5 sacks in the first half by Louisville's defense, getting after Cutter Volley like they did last year.
Not great. That big blue wall not there right now, as Kentucky had one for the last 5. Not looking that way on the road. Let's go ahead and get you caught up on a little outside the footprint. Remember, college football playoff, everybody's jockeying for position. The Michigan Wolverines in the game.
It was
Trying
start
to get
soon.
to 10-2 and impress the college football playoff committee. Second quarter, 6-3. Julian Sand on 4th and 5.
Love the call here. Double move, hit him with a slant and go. Jeremiah Smith, excellent selling the slant. And barely getting in. He reviewed this play a couple times.
Ooh, looked like he fumbled it
Ended
almost.
up confirming that it was a touchdown. Upheld is the word this year, in fact.
It would have been a touchback had they call it the other way. This time, Sand finds Brandon Ennis. Big score right before half, 17-9. Buckeyes with the lead at the break. Texas Tech, 5th ranked on the road, taking on West Virginia. Red Raiders, last regular season matchup, getting ready to face BYU in the Big 12 championship game. Terrence Carter Jr. gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line, and Jacob Rodriguez, one of the star defensive players. Remember, they put him in the backfield last week, scored a touchdown. Does it again, a little Wildcat trying to get him into New York City. Texas Tech up 21-0. First scoring catch of the week.
That's
Next
a
over. Another look. Baron Morton finds Caleb Douglas. Sticks with it.
2 feet.
Yeah, that's a no-doubter. 28-zip over the Mountaineers. 12th ranked Miami. Again, on the cusp of the college football playoff berth. Malachi Tony finds that strike from Carson Beck. That puts the Hurricanes up 17-7 on the road at half. BYU, remember, they're already going to be facing Texas Tech. How about that?
Look at that beautiful. Yeah.
AI
Let's
created.
go Knights. Come on.
Well, UCF was up 7-0, and you like this one? Now they take a 2-score lead. You say Knights. Why are you pulling for the Knights?
I mean, that helps, right? Get BYU out of the mix.
No, it doesn't, because sure, if they win the Big 12 championship, they're in the college football playoff anyway.
So you want to cheer for BYU?
They're like 84 years old over here. Why not? Got it. 14-7.
Cougars are down at half.
Big club day. Little shades of Johnny Manziel gets it. Finish him.
Clemson.
Is that a Mortal Kombat reference right there?
Finish him.
Good play. 17-14. Tiger on top.
Introducing Sports Center for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
There isn't one thing that makes the SEC special. There are a million different things. The students, the legends, the fans, the passions, the traditions. And when it all comes together, it just means more.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis. Get ready for an actual live football game, showcased in real time, monster-fied just for you. Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers. Join us December 8th at 8 Eastern.
Two rings surrounded by a steel cage. Oh my God, are you kidding me? This is gonna be a war.
Stream Survivor Series War Games tonight at 7 Eastern on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
The SEC, the best women's basketball in the country.
There's no shortage of star power. It's going to be so much fun.
SEC Network, your home for SEC women's basketball.
We gon' raise it up. We gon' raise it up.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The beards, here. The cheats, the backhands, the OB goals, all here. Comebacks are here. Blue Cheat is here. Barn burners, thousands of them. Trade alerting, here. The fans, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport. Two of the very best.
He's just taking it to a whole new level.
Oh my goodness.
One of the most dominant champions in the sport.
Welcome back to the Farm Ridge Halftime Report. You get an extension, and you get an extension, and you get extensions. Like the Oprah Winfrey show right now. Mark Lee saying, I am locked in. He gets a new deal for a 6-year deal. Mike Elko, we saw that earlier this, 2 weeks ago. Drake getting one as
I think everybody should thank Penn State at this point.
Penn State.
It's going to start with the domino.
You can thank Florida. You can thank LSU. You can thank a lot of these teams. Clark Lee is thankful for that opportunity. An hour and 40 minutes until kickoff in Neyland. The Vols have won the last 6 in that matchup, all by double digits, but this is a different Vanderbilt squad led by Diego Pavia, CD.
Yeah, everybody talks about Diego Pavia as they should, but I also like to talk about the pieces they put around him. They have some explosiveness in the offense that they have not had in decades.
Joey Aguilar on the other side has put up some monster numbers. And again, this is a defense that has struggled a little bit. High-scoring game, you think happens tonight?
I mean, I think it is. I mean, Tennessee's averaging, 42 points per game. Vanderbilt's right behind them in their average. You've seen Vanderbilt and both these teams put up a lot of points. I'm expecting a game with a lot of explosive plays, especially in the passing game.
How wild is this? I mean, Tennessee, a missed field goal away from this game, featuring two 9-2 squads looking to make it to the college football playoff. And see Heupel on the ball walk right now.
Still some drama. I mean, you and I talked to Eric Ainge on our weekly show on Sirius XM, and he still, as much respect as he liked to communicate, still said, hey, Vanderbilt's not coming into Neyland and knocking us off. Little brother, as he referred to them, is not ready for this one yet. So I'm anxious to see how the Vanderbilt Commodores play today?
If they do, they might impress the College Football Playoff Committee and the Heisman Committee as well. Lenore Sellers, 2 touchdowns the first half, a little banged up after that one, but it's Tigers with the field goal lead. Second half coming up after the break.
This halftime report is presented by Farm Ridge, the official frozen snack of the SEC. Now we're cooking.
Clear your calendar.
We got a game that weekend.
You can feel the electricity. Go crazy on poster board. Scream at a stranger. Look, it's Peter. And someone in normal pants kicking a field goal.
That's what I'm excited about.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down until you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day.
Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Absolutely, you look good tonight.
Wait! Go, go, go!
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis. Get ready for an actual live football game, showcased in real time, monster-fied just for you. Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers. Join us December 8th at 8 Eastern.
Advisors work to solve client questions about the future. Equitable helps answer how.
What's it gonna be today?
It's gonna be 60 minutes of heart and passion. It's gonna be a tough and physical
Guys,
game.
I think she means what's it gonna be for breakfast?
I'll have some wheat toast, please. It's gonna be another great Saturday.
Live from the SEC Championship on SEC Network and on the ESPN app.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The Obi goals, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
In the South, it's not just the story that you tell,
Give it a
it's how
minute.
you tell it.
This was more than a game. This was history.
SEC legends, all in one place. Let me tell you a story.
This is SEC football presented by Allstate. Have you gotten your tree yet? Thanksgiving is over, and these two great teams in this awesome rivalry are getting ready for Christmas, and they would love to have bragging rights over each other. First quarter, they exchanged punts and turnovers.
Oh,
Second
sorry.
quarter, they exchanged haymakers.
Yeah, you think about the way Clemson was moving the football down the field, sustained drives, a couple penalties that came in handy, and South Carolina just comes back and is just hitting shots left and right. The one-play drive, not a lot of offensive possession. Defense out on the football field quite a bit for South Carolina in the first half, but offensively, really efficient after that slow start in the first quarter.
Yeah, and South Carolina will get the ball to start the third quarter down 3 against these Clemson Tigers. Post-COVID came in here and whipped them in 2021 and 2023. Of course, the Gamecocks went to the upstate and beat Clemson in 2022 and 2024. And just a moment ago, Alyssa caught up with Shane Beamer.
Yeah, Taylor, I asked Shane Beamer what he said to the team at halftime. He reminded them of something he told them earlier this week. Our best players have to make plays. He said, being on the field for 19 offensive plays is not enough. We've got to generate some momentum offensively. I asked him what he's liking from some of the explosive pass plays that we've seen so far from South Carolina. He actually said the emphasis at halftime was we've got to get the run game going. We've only been able to run the ball a couple of times effectively, and that has to be something that we're able to do if we want to hit some of those explosive pass plays.
Yeah, listen, that's been an issue all season long on offense. And they'll try, no, they'll fake it on the first play. It's
Dang.
incomplete. tried to get it to Jaden Sellers, and it was blown up by Brandon Strozier.
Well, part of the reason why we haven't seen a lot of real plays from South Carolina is we just haven't seen a lot of plays, period, from South Carolina. Just ran the 20th snap of the game offensively. First play of the third quarter. So because of that, there's so much that you can do to see the comparison of Lenora Sellers' numbers this year versus last in this game.
Take the run here. Sellers over the top. And nope, it's miscommunication with Harbor thrown into the bench.
That's my family.
Reminiscent of that 2-minute drill that we saw at the end of the first half. Particularly a very quick possession. If you think about the first half, we mentioned that not a lot of snaps for South Carolina offensively. Well, conversely, somebody's out there playing football. It was Clemson, 47 offensive snaps. 1.5, so your defense can kind of recoup. But you don't want a quick possession to start here in the third quarter.
On 3rd and 10, Lenore's throws underneath Jaden Sellers, right near a first down. Looks like he's a foot short. Well, what does Shane Beamer do on 4th and a foot?
This football. The thing is Lisa Kelly was the one that got in there.
Oh, there it is.
Definitely a face mask that ended up on the jersey. And no question, Kelly, as he made that tackle, that's what kept Sellers from being able to advance the ball to get the yardage needed.
They do punt it away on 4th and a foot. Mason Love. And fair catch by Williams. Just short of the 20. It's a 46-yard punt. Clemson with the ball and up 3.
Shane lobbying, saying, how do you miss that face mask? You can see why the frustration, a little bit of frustration with the PI call in the second quarter as well.
Guys, keep an eye on Dylan Stewart, obviously South Carolina's best pass rusher. I've been watching him on the sideline after I was told at halftime he was being bothered by that hip that he's been dealing with for the last couple of weeks. He's been trying to stretch it out, and he looks like he is uncomfortable, so something to keep an eye on.
Definitely do that. Also, keep an eye on Dave Klubnik. The way he ended that first half, moving rather gingerly.
Klubnik to Randall. And Randall will get a couple of yards.
Leap closer has the ball.
Muted rushing performance for Clemson as well. They've stayed committed to it. 24 rush attempts in the game so far for Clemson. So Britt Riley committed to the ground game. There has not been a lot of explosive opportunity.
Just to mention Dylan Stewart, he is not out there on a 2nd and 7. Desmond Umazulu is. And Lutnick's ball is caught off of a deflection by a lineman. It was Colin Sadler off of the deflection from Umazulu.
Not going to catch by Sadler. A great heads up. Well, it's not easy to block and catch at the same time. The guy actually able to get a couple of positive yards after that.
You ever make one of those?
No, they never did. They never gave me a chance. So unfortunate. Didn't have a good director set on my elbow either, though. That's a big catch by him.
3rd and 5 for Clemson. Lutnick underneath, first down ball past the 30 as it's Moore on a slam.
South Carolina brought pressure. Lutnick knew he had to unload this football, was one short in the protection scheme. Fred Johnson untouched, right down the barrel, and Klubnik calmly able to deliver that strike to Moore for the conversion.
The first down difference in only a 3-point game. Lutnick dumps it off, but over the head of Randall, facing pressure in the backfield by J.R. Johnson, forcing that incompletion.
Yeah, just enough too, and if he's able to get that to Randall's running for a first down. Plenty of room in front of him. A couple times in this game where Klubnik On the move, a little bit of difficulty with his accuracy as you see Dylan Stewart on the sideline. That was an injury that we saw kind of emerge versus Oklahoma, first half of the season. He tried to push through it. They said that he felt he's dealing with an injury, but felt good enough to go in this one. I haven't seen him in the second half.
2nd and 10, straight ahead Randall on Hutch. J.R. Johnson again with the stop, and it'll be 3rd down for Clemson, where they have been terrific today. You mentioned it, they've gotten better as the game has gone along. 6 of 10.
There's Dylan Stewart on the field. We saw it earlier. Clayton White, defensive coordinator for South Carolina, decided to heat Kate.
So I think we won 6 and lost 5.
Klubnik on 3rd and 9, facing pressure, throws a long throw, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cisse got his hand in on Tristan Smith to break up the pass, 4th down.
You don't have one of your best pass rushers on the field to bring it from the second level. See a little bit of a delayed blitz that time from Fred Johnson, able to get upfield quickly. That's twice. Back-to-back 3rd downs where Johnson's able to find his way to get free. Got a hit on Klubnik as well.
Bakari Swain is back there now, waiting at the 30-yard line on this Smith punt. And it looks like the Gamecocks got a piece of that. There are flags down on the field. Now, did they get a piece of the ball or just a piece of Smith?
The ball came off to the right.
Personal foul.
Off the kicker. Defense, 44. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
It's a good call. They didn't get a piece of that punt. It looked like maybe initially they did. I was with you, Taylor. The ball was hard off to the right, almost immediately. But it also looked to me like he got walked into the punter. To me, like, towards the end, yes, they were coming after, no question. But I'm not sure that ultimately blocked into it. Regardless, ends up being roughing and an easy 1st down.
Yeah, Gamecocks defense has to come back out there against Klubnik in the offense, and they bottle up Randall in the backfield. That's Brian Thomas Jr. 3-year backup, now a top-shelf SEC starter. What a season he's had.
We think back to the touchdown run by Klubnik. Really made a great play in the red zone, forcing the fumble, but Klubnik ultimately recovered.
Dylan Stewart is out there for this 2nd and long. 2nd and 12. Klubnik wide open.
Oh,
1st
no.
down inside the 30 goes Bittencourt.
It's holding him.
We're talking about the Clemson secondary and confusion in their coverage. Once again, South Carolina turned around, wide open receiver. Downfield, this time they're tied in and Bettencourt. We talk about some of the...
Cozy up to the goodness of the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American...
Passing game, and Bettencourt, the true freshman, having an impact in this game.
4 catches, 47 yards on the day for the freshman. That was 24 yards, and it's Randall.
About what's going on?
Doesn't get much. You think of Jake Brenningstool, had such a great career as a tight end for the Tigers. He had 127 catches, which was a school record. This year, 5 Clemson tight ends have combined for 45 catches. No Olsen Pat Henry, who's injured. Freshman Bettencourt has stepped up.
It's been some games now, but no Bryant Wesco. I mean, that's part of the impact on the offense. The passing game was his quickness on the perimeter.
10th play of this drive after the personal foul. Klubnik. It's at the feet of Turner. by Cisse.
We saw earlier Taylor with Bill Stewart on the field. South Carolina able to get the club there. Clubber was able to hit the slant more. On the next one, able to get home. Fred Johnson able to make a nice play. Force that punt. Ultimately, as we know, the penalty extending this drive. How does South Carolina elect to try to pressure again? Will they ride the rushers?
On 3rd and 9, underneath, it's caught. It's short of the first down. It's Bettenberg again. Fred J.R. Johnson on the tackle, and Dabo Sweeney will bring the field goal team out.
Nice series for J.R. Johnson. Great job bringing pressure. That time able to drop back into coverage and get the needed tackle. Force the field goal attempt.
Loser with a 42-yard field goal. What an incredible Clemson family. Mom Sherry, an All-American soccer star. Dad Scott, great baseball player on the College World Series team of the 90s. And his sister Ella, also a great soccer player. And Loser had the biggest field goal in Clemson history last year. He converts in the Palmetto Bowl here to give Clemson a 6-point advantage in the third quarter.
The triple treat box is back, so you can holiday as hard as this guy.
Look who I found on the roof.
Holiday hard with triple treat box for Pizza Hut.
We are all in this together. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit. It, the believers, sides, and seeds. Here, the home of the SEC, SEC Network.
Clear your calendar. You can feel the electricity. Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down so you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day.
Top to bottom, the best league in the country by far.
The SEC.
SEC Network, your home for SEC men's basketball.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport. Two of the very best.
He's just taking it to a whole new level. Oh my goodness. One of the most dominant champions in the sport.
Thanks.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis. Get ready for an actual live football game, showcased in real time, monster-fied just for you. Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers. Join us December 8th at 8 Eastern.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable night. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas on
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon on ABC and ESPN.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The beards, here. The deets, the backhands, the OB goals, all here. Comebacks are here. Gucci is here. Barn burners, thousands of them. Trade alerting, here. The Rams, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
I get chills when we fall on these games.
Legends are made in that building right there. You're on a whole other level. SEC champions.
And because of Texas's win over Texas A&M, the Georgia Bulldogs are back in that game. Next Saturday, they will meet either Alabama or Ole Miss. If the Tide wins the Iron Bowl on the plains of Auburn tonight, it'll be the Crimson Tide again. If they don't, Ole Miss makes their first ever trip to the SEC championship game. Harbor coming out and goes over the 15 near the 17-yard line. Let's take a visual look at this for a second. Aggies will not be in the game. 11-0 start, but the loss last night knocks them out. Who do you like in the Iron Bowl tonight?
Yeah, I like Alabama, but I got to tell you, the way Auburn played, you think versus Vanderbilt, that offensive renaissance, as it were, with Ashton Daniels in there at quarterback. You couple that with the way Alabama's performed, you think about that game versus Oklahoma. Simpson threw a couple of picks, but one of those an end-to-half pass.
Flag down here. South Carolina has been completely ineffective running the ball.
What's fascinating about that, Taylor, is you only know Kirby Smart and Taylor DeBoer, the known commodities. Who knows who's coaching Ole Miss if they make that game?
Illegal formation offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. Penalties decline. Second down.
So the result of the play makes it 2nd and 10. Something wacky always happens at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Seems like it's a convincing Alabama win in Tuscaloosa. It's not the case in Auburn.
It's just always something crazy, right? I mean, in fact, the last time we were here, it was a crazy ending in Jordan-Hare. Grave digger.
Big Clemson and South Carolina coaches looking over our shoulder, watching it on the ESPN app at midfield. Sellers across the field. And
Come on, baby! Oh, man.
What an athlete.
It just seems like it's almost like he just always runs out of field, but he is getting faster and faster. Just force him out of bounds. The only thing that's going to slow him down.
It's the SEC yards per catch over 21 yards. Underneath ball. It's Harbor again. That's 13 more. When you're on the field with him before the game, this is not hyperbole. I think the first word that comes to mind is Olympian. He looks like an Olympic track star athlete, and really, until he decided to completely concentrate on football, that could have been part of his future.
I mean, it's just like a racehorse. I mean, literally just an impressive looking athlete and a great kid to talk about.
First and 10, Sellers still with the ball, and Norris takes on the Tigers. And maybe gets a yard. Woodaz on the stop. South Carolina could not run the ball today. Minus 5 yards rushing going into that play. Remember what he did last year to Clemson, 166 rush yards and 2 touchdowns, the 20-yard go-ahead touchdown run late in the 4th quarter last year. Proves South Carolina's rushing total to -4 with that 1-yard pickup. And Norris on 2nd and 9 is down on the ground again. T.J. Parker.
They're able to get there with just 4. See, the edge rushers force Sellers to step up. A great job by Parker finishing on the pass. You mentioned it was the stark difference from last year. 167 rushing yards, 166 after contact in the game last year for Sellers. With that sack, his 5th, we'll call it rush attempt, minus 16 yards. He's just done an excellent job on the quarterback so far this year.
Forcing another 3rd and long. Line of scrimmage ball to little brother Jaden. And he's down near the 45. Sammy Brown makes the tackle, and let's see what Coach Beamer decides to do. It looks like Mason Love will come onto the field. And I bet everybody on Clemson's sideline is going to be paying close attention to this, because this is in the area of Beamer ball, where Coach Beamer has attempted a number of fakes. 4th and 7. Do punt it away. Outstanding. Inside the 5, outside of the 4. Clemson up 6, but backed up.
SEC football presented by Allstate is brought to you by Regions Bank, official bank of the SEC.
We, as in, we are all in this together. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit.
That may be the key to being ready.
It, the believers, sides and scenes that make it all even better.
We're here, we're local, and we're ready when you are. I'm Tracy Terrell, and you can count on us.
The home of the SEC, SEC Network.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The OB goals, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah. You guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport. 2 off the bat.
He's just taking it to a whole new level. Oh my goodness. One of the most dominant champions in the sport.
Kick off your SEC Championship weekend Friday, December 5th at Dr. Pepper SEC Banquet. The fun continues Saturday with the T-Mobile SEC Championship concert featuring Ludacris. Then, leading into the championship game, catch Marty and McGee and SEC Nation broadcasting live from the Dr. Pepper SEC Banquet. So come join us Friday and Saturday, December 5th and 6th in
Time now for the All-State Good Hands play. Kate Klubnik drops it, picks it back up, runs it in for a touchdown.
Just like you drew it up. Here's what you do. You're going to roll to the right, fumble it, okay? Then you're going to pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. Got it? We're only going to tell you. Everybody else is going to run a different play. Brian Thomas almost with a great play there. Instead, Clayton Klubnik trumped it with an even better play of his own.
Who do y'all think gonna win?
Still has not been able to throw
Come on, Clemson.
this series. As you mentioned earlier, Taylor, very effective as a rusher, getting it in the end zone.
Backed up. Zone 4. End it off. And Randall will dive forward for a handful.
Big opportunity for South Carolina here. They elected to punt the football. As you mentioned, it's kind of a spot where you could think, oh, you know, do you think fake? It's right at midfield. But you're playing for field position. As you see, South Carolina, they've run 28 plays and had the ball for 12 minutes. Just shy of 13. It's been all Clemson. And Clemson has marched some long drives. The Gamecock defense, the strategy here is can they get a stop and get back to their offense on a short field?
One ball, it's incomplete. Williams and Kilgore, and it's Kilgore who wins the battle.
That ball was thrown behind Williams. So you see this, DB is in phase, he's hip to hip. The good receiver, so the ball's underthrown. Gives your receiver a chance to come back for it. Great job by Kilgore, fighting through the hands of Williams to get that breakdown. Third down here, no Dylan Stewart on the field for the Gamecocks as a pass rusher. He wasn't on the field earlier. Clayton White brought pressure. Looks like they're going to play with 4 here.
On 3rd and 5, it's right at the marker, but dropped. Williams was right there. Ran a 5-yard pattern, but couldn't make the catch. And it's a 3 and out for the Clemson offense.
So the South Carolina strategy worked. You pump the football away, ask your defense to get a stop, and they do.
Makes a catch and turns here.
Yeah. Okay, maybe they're not going to look at it. He's got 2 hands on it. Survived the ground, though. He was going to the ground as he made that catch. Big stop by South Carolina defensively.
Stop and look at it. Jack Smith punts it away. And Swain can't field it. Well, he does field it off the bounce with Tigers near him. And South Carolina has great field position at their own 46-yard line. There's a flag down on the field.
During the kick, holding, receiving team number 44. 10-yard penalty from the end of the play, first down.
So that backs up the Gamecocks a bit as we are in the season in Columbia.
Introducing Sports Center for you, personalized every single day. Now available on the ESPN app. Powered by your favorites.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in sports.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable night. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas on this.
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon on ABC and ESPN.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth. It's running away. Oh, yes, sir. There's all fight has started. It's already running now for this new season.
We are all in this together. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit. It, the believers, sides, and seeds. Here, the home of the SEC, SEC Network.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The Ovi goals, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it, it's here on ESPN.
We are live at Monsters Inc., where the cheers are growing louder than Dan's tide.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis as Mike and Sully team up with the Philadelphia Eagles and LA Chargers.
Get ready for an actual live football game showcased in real time, monster-fied just for you. Mike, Sully, Pixar, ESPN, and the NFL invite you to
Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers.
December 8th at 8 Eastern.
I'm always watching, and you better be too.
Top to bottom, the best league in the country by far.
The SEC. SEC Network, your home for SEC men's basketball.
Introducing Verts. Swipe for news and highlights. Now available on the ESPN app.
And if you're surfing on that app, you see Ohio State's up big on Michigan, Texas Tech blowing out West Virginia, Miami up 17 on Pitt. Louisville 27-0 lead on Kentucky. This is the early game to watch right now as Lenora Sellers, he gets up near the 40-yard line. South Carolina has been unable to run the football today. Before that play, -8 rushing yards.
And Taylor, that offensive line all year has been a group that's been heavily criticized. They bring in Sean Elliott after relieving Lonnie Teasley. Just a few minutes ago, it was Nick Sharp, the redshirt senior, firing up those guys, encouraging that protection to be better.
Sellers throws, short side, it's Harbor again. Nick banged up in the Texas A&M game, missed last week's Coastal Carolina game, back today. It makes the catch for a first down. Has a career high in yards and catches today from Lenora Sellers.
But in the run game, Sellers carry a play ago matched the longest run of the game, 4 yards. Part of it's just because South Carolina hasn't possessed the football. They've been explosive. You see the 5 receptions, 103 yards, both of those coming on his 50-plus yard touchdown catch.
This is Faison, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets up to the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 8. That is the longest carry of the day for the Gamecocks.
So on cue, South Carolina going to the ground, trying to get that run element going a little bit, something the Clemson defense hasn't seen all afternoon.
Sellers, first down, inside the 40, and Dravius Jacobs.
Catch by Jacobs, big shot taken on Lenora Sellers by Peter Woods. See Jacobs saying, I gotta come out. He's wanting to come out. Tapping that helmet. They're trying to go fast, not gonna be able to make the substitution, don't want to.
Inside the Clemson 40, down 6. Faison again, spinning again. Rasul inside the 25. Khalil Barnes had a chance at him and couldn't get him on the ground.
Heck of a move by Faison. As Barnes is coming down, head of steam, he's unblocked. He's the unblocked defender. It's a spin button. It's out the umpire. Umpire's been knocked down twice in this game. A lot of activity in the middle.
Strozier had a Gamecock by the T-shirt there, couldn't wrap him up. Sellers on a slant, incomplete. Tried to sandwich it in there to Jared Brown. It's Strozier in coverage.
It's coverage that time by Strozier. So this offensive possession, good spark, that run game. It's almost like it gets Sellers into a little bit of a rhythm. And that carry on first down for the 4 yards. And then you're able to get Faison going a little bit in the ground game. Also took some of the...
Tradition tastes good when you add a little tropical sabor.
Norris, that ball's batted down. Will help. What a day this guy said.
Looked to me like Brady Hunt was trying to block Will help. A little confusion here. Yeah, Hunt's not even looking for a pass right there. He's probably trying to get over help. Ball's a little bit low. RPO that time. Great push up front. Offensive line actually knocked Clemson off 2 or 3 yards, but the ball got pulled. Good job by Hope getting his hands.
BBU, 2.5 tackles for loss today for the Purdue transfer. 3rd and 10 for Lenoris, and he's taking a shot to the end zone, and it is intercepted.
Oh,
Ricardo Jones.
I'm done.
That is number 5 for Jones on the season.
Only the 7th interception on the year for Lenora Sellers. 3-man rush. He had plenty of time. He's trying to get it to Harbor again. That time, Ricardo Jones, he's just watching Sellers' eyes. Knows that he's going to work over there. You're already going to lean
The rule
towards
in the field
mid-over
for
side.
interception. The play is under further review.
Now let's watch this football as it goes to the ground. Jones takes a huge hit. And let's see if Ricardo still had control of that ball as it hit the Columbia turf.
Nick Harbor turned into a DB. He could see it. You see, Harbor wasn't really even looking for the football because he could see Jones tracking it. Watch Harbor. See, he's watching Jones. He tries to lay a shot and does. The question is, does Jones possess his football all the way through? He's got to survive the ground too as a receiver. This is a good look at it, probably.
Got a bam.
The ball's moving an awful lot.
Nose of the football. Does it hit the ground there?
It does. It bounces up. I'll be surprised if they say that if they uphold this interception. If they overturn it, if they say that this is an incomplete pass, not an interception, heck of a play by Nick Harbor.
So it's either first down Clemson at the game at their own 20, or it's fourth down South Carolina in field goal position.
It was great awareness by Nick Harbor to turn into a DB on that one. Ball was in the air. He did not even look back for it. He converted into a DB himself, trying to knock that ball out. To me, the nose of the football clearly makes contact with the turf and bounces back up towards Ricardo Jones.
Long look by this ACC crew. Let's see what they came up with.
For further review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
Wow. I don't know how. The point of the football makes contact with the turf.
I don't think so, I don't know.
I don't know how you can rule that he completed the catch right there.
I think that went the touchdown. I think that fumble.
I don't know how that's firm control. They can't wait. Even the Clemson fans are like, oh yeah, it's a catch. And he thought so too. I'm sure he will. Yeah, I'm really surprised at that. It looked to me like it was pretty clear.
I think it was a first down.
Well, it would have been a 40-yard field goal attempt to cut the lead to 3. Instead, Clemson has the ball up 6 at the end of the third quarter. And it's a pitch and catch up to the 29 to Williams on the last play of the third quarter. With that grab, he moves past the great DeAndre Nuke Hopkins for 4th in Clemson history with 207 catches. Klubnik and the Tigers up 6 going to the 4th.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis.
Get ready for an actual live football game. Real time, monster-fied just for you.
Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers.
Join us December 8th at 8 Eastern.
The SEC and SEC Network thank our official corporate sponsors for their continued support of our student athletes during every championship season.
You know something special is about to happen.
Are you not entertained? The SEC.
Top to bottom, the best league in the country by far.
SEC Network, your home for SEC men's basketball.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
It's already rolling now for this new season.
Clear your calendar.
We got a game that weekend.
You can feel the electricity. Go crazy on poster clip. Scream at a stranger. Look, it's Peter. and someone in normal pants kicking a field goal.
That's what I'm excited about.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down until you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. OB goals, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport.
Welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half.
Coach, I just saw you listening, talking to your team. What did you say to them?
Just what we've worked all season for, what we've worked for since January. One of the keys that we have every week is dominating the fourth quarter. That's part of our plan to win, and we haven't done a great job of it this season. And we're in a situation where we can go create some pretty awesome moments here in these next 15 minutes and leave it all out here, man. That's all we got.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Good stuff from both of you. As we start the fourth quarter on a 2nd and 2. To his point, the Gamecocks have been within a touchdown in 9 of 11 games. And as you said, come out on the wrong end of most of them. Klopnik gets loose. Runs for a first down and tackled by Bakari Swain. The first play of the fourth quarter.
A big challenge for South Carolina defensively. They did their job on the previous Clemson possession. South Carolina punted the football away from midfield, got that stop. They were aggressive, trying to push the ball into the end zone. Ends up being a turnover. We've seen that now for each team as they're going in with these picks to turn away scoring opportunities. And Clemson capitalize on this possession.
Klopnik facing pressure, dumps it off. And Randall, so hard to tackle. Gets out of a couple, but still loses yardage on the play. Monkel Goodline on the stop.
You see Randall leaving the field quickly, holding that left arm. Always worried, hey, it looks like his left hand a little bit banged up. The freshman comes substituting in, Gideon Davidson in the backfield.
He's done a good job of spelling Randall today. They combined for 100 yards rushing on 25 carries. Fake to Davidson, and now out of the backfield.
Come on.
Here's Josh Sapp, the tight end. And Josh getting loose, picks up 22 yards.
Nice play design. Just lead Sapp out. Looked like he was going to be blocking on that divide zone. Instead, leaks into the secondary. No one accounting for him.
And Klopnik on a design quarterback run.
QB's a little bit more active in it. So South Carolina getting Norris Sellers more involved. QB designed runs. We've seen this a couple times in this game. Clemson has emptied out their backfield multiple times. You see some substitutions on both sides. See the center judge in there holding up.
4-yard pickup. And it's Davidson bouncing off Gamecocks with flags on the field.
So there's going to be another illegal formation, I think.
Illegal formation offense, more than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
Third time we've seen that called this game.
Shane Beamer wind sprinted over to an official before the snap to inform him they are not set up properly.
Just FYI, hey, here to help. Both these head coaches involved, coaching their teams, coaching the officials. So far, it looks like a legal formation. make that play early on the would-be screen. Had a big shot. Just kind of anchoring the middle to Klubnik. Couldn't really tell if that was intended to be a QB draw or not. If he was trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Regardless, well defended by South Carolina. Again, no Dylan Stewart on the field for this third down. Certainly takes some of the teeth out of the South Carolina pass rush.
Packed Williams-Brice Stadium yelling at Clemson and pressuring Klubnik, and that is incomplete. Antonio Williams tried to make the grab, but it's the Williams-Brice grass, and it'll be fourth down. There's a Gamecock that is still down where Klubnik threw that ball.
Here's the pass to Williams, and that ball clearly skipping off the turf, incomplete. Brian Thomas is banged up. Now, South Carolina's already down their other pass rusher, Dylan Stewart. Thomas definitely in pain on the turf.
Timeout on the field.
We are all in this together. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit.
That may be the key to being great.
It, the believers, sides and scenes that make it all even better.
It's a gator, man. He's scaring me.
Here, this place, this moment.
Listen up, people.
And here, the home of SEC, SEC Network.
This is it. This is as good as it gets in the sport. Two of the very best.
He's just taken it to a whole new level.
Oh my goodness!
One of the most dominant champions in the sport.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, one unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas all day.
With star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon on ABC and ESPN.
Stream Survivor Series 4 games tonight on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
That is a good sign. Brian Thomas Jr., 2 tackles for loss and a forced fumble today. He's been excellent all season for the Gamecock defense. He is going into the medical tent to be evaluated there, but the Gamecocks certainly need him. He and his teammates forced a 4th down in midfield, and Clemson will punt it back to the Gamecocks. Up 6 in the game, Cade Klubnik trying for another win here in Columbia. Jack Smith trying to pin the Gamecocks deep. Swain at the 10-yard line. And he goes in the end zone. It's a touchback. And now South Carolina Swain picks it up. The whistle display.
Yay! South Carolina!
I've been signaling touchback the entire time.
Landed in the end zone. By rule, that's a touchback. First down, South Carolina.
Oh,
All right, let's go back to the studio with Peter Burns.
It is our time for the AT&T Studio update. We showed you earlier at halftime, BYU was down to UCF by 14. They scored 17 unanswered to get it into halftime, 17-14. These are the other games right now. Ohio State taking care of Michigan 24-9. No doubter for Texas Tech. 48-zip over the Mountaineers, so that'll set up a Big 12 championship game. And then Miami starting to make some hay against the Panthers.
Yeah, Pete, the Canes still a chance to get to the college football playoff as an at-large. Need some help, though. BYU better win that game. If they don't, then all sorts of options in the Big 12. To the ground, it's Rasul Faison, who finally got going on that last drive for the Gamecocks, and he gets 7 on first down here.
Great movement by the South Carolina offensive front on that play. You mentioned it, Faison getting going a little bit on the ground, something that South Carolina has been eager to do. They really just haven't been able to pile up snaps. We mentioned the limited offensive possession time they had in the first half.
2nd and 3. Sellers delivers a good ball to Jacobs. Jacobs had 4 catches in the last 4 games. Stinch, he has 5 today.
Big afternoon. Think about the big touchdown catch that he was able to do, run after catch. Good job in the protection, max protect. You've got 7 guys in there to keep the pocket clean. Of course, limits the number of receivers you have out in the route. Didn't matter with Jacobs.
And it's still Sellers. Norris is tackled after a first down. Wade Woodaz on the tackle down at the 41.
Big run, maybe an even bigger tackle by Woodaz, because we've mentioned repeatedly, not an easy man to get on the ground. Lenora Sellers, he takes that one to the house if Woodaz doesn't get him on the ground. So the quarterback's getting in the ground game a little bit more.
Now wants to throw, and it's, I think that was lost in the sunshine. Jordan Dingle, I don't think ever saw that football because of the sun in the middle of the field. 2nd down.
He's got the umpire again. He's been caught in the crosshairs a couple of times, but you're right, Dingle, I don't think ever saw that football.
Have to run the ball effectively, and South Carolina is going to come back and beat Clemson, but how about the receiving numbers for the Gamecocks today? 2 guys over 100 yards receiving, Vandravius Jacobs and Nick Harvey. You have to go back 7 years to Debo Samuel and Shai Smith doing that at Clemson in 2018. This is Sellers again, and he's inside the 35 where Sammy Brown makes the tackle. He owned the 4th quarter last year in the upstate, up in Death Valley, trying to do it again.
Well, he's starting to spool up. You see a couple of carries now. Challenging the Clemson second level. Both times linebackers, Wade Woodaz, this time Sammy Brown, able to get Sellers down, but not before a big gain to set up this 3rd down. Empty backfield, but always a rush threat with number 16 in a quarterback.
On 3rd and 3, Sellers throws it long, and it's incomplete. Harbor was bottled up by Ashton Hampton. Now it's 4th and 3. Field goal makes it a 3-point game, but the offense is staying out there.
The defense is playing pretty well, so they force back-to-back punts. And it looks as if South Carolina is going to say, look, we're going to go for this here. Talk about Sellers and his rushing ability. Mentioned earlier, better part of a third of his rushing production this season have been on money downs, 3rd downs, or 4th.
Some confusion getting the play in here, and South Carolina is going to have to call timeout. Well, Clemson called it instead. South Carolina was making the signal over there on the sideline, so both teams needed to have a discussion there. Here's what's at stake. South Carolina trying for back-to-back wins against the Tigers for the first time since the head ball coach Steve Spurrier did it in 2012 and 2013. No Tiger team ever has finished with 7 wins after a 1-3 or worse start.
starts with this one. We talked about it at the top. This game always means a lot to both of these programs, their fan bases, but even more so this year. Maybe for not reasons that the fan bases like, but this is the culmination of the season. Clemson will get a shot to play another game after this one, but it won't matter nearly as much. The most important game of the season for both, perhaps the most important play of the game, certainly for South Carolina.
Sellers steps back and throws, deflected. That's Wade Woodaz that forces the turnover on downs.
They try to get Clemson fighting up, a lot of play action, heavy formation, and on 3 plays in a row, the Clemson linebackers come up big, tip ball, Clemson ball.
Hey, welcome back to what should be a thrilling second half. Absolutely electric tonight.
Wait! Go, go, go! Yeah.
Clear your calendar. You can feel the electricity. Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down until you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day. 2 rings surrounded by a steel cage.
If you want paradise for toes in the sand, it doesn't get any better than this without the price. Finding a cheap beach house is actually very possible. Cheap beach houses premiered Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Hi, Mom. Rosa La Rosa. Celebrate the holidays with Stella Rosa.
Legends, all in one place. Let me tell you a story.
You know something special is about to happen.
Are you not entertained? The SEC.
Top to bottom, the best league in the country by far.
SEC Network, your home for SEC men's.
SEC football is presented by Allstate. You're in good hands. And in part by T-Mobile 5G home internet.
It has been another wild one between Clemson and Carolina. Gamecocks using some big plays to score their 2 touchdowns. Clemson driving down the field. Cade Klubnik over 260 yards passing. About the play Wade Woodaz just made to get that Clemson defense off the field.
It was a big one, no question about it. The linebackers stepping up big, and this is the QB run game. And Cade Klubnik now setting out wide, wildcat formation for Clemson.
This is Williams at
Come on,
quarterback
Clemson.
on a wildcat, and Williams gets up for 8, maybe 9 yards on first down.
Clemson trying to get a little bit of a spark offensively. And remember, they've really faced nothing but punts. If it weren't for a roughing the punter call earlier, South Carolina's gotten Clemson off the field. That led to a field goal. But the South Carolina defense has played outstanding here in the second half, forcing Clemson to punt the football back. Obviously, with the 4th down attempt by the Carolina offense, asking their defense to get yet another stop.
Into the ground and a first down and into South Carolina territory goes big Adam Randall.
He almost broke that. Adam Randall, one more broken tackle, and he's off to the races. Narrowly missed an explosive run, something that's really eluded the Clemson offense all season long. In the ground game, just not enough explosive carries on the ground.
Randall, 86 yards rushing today. Clemson has 131 as a team. Another physical run that takes him inside the 40 for 8 more.
For Clemson, this is right on time. We talked about it. It's been tough sledding in the second half offensively. South Carolina's been able to find ways to get them off the field. The drive that got extended by the penalty, and the ground game now starting to get going a little bit. That's not been a lot of opportunity rushing the football for Clemson. Jake Klubnik got involved to start this drive. Spreads that defense out, gives them something else to look at in the offensive backfield.
Klubnik throws on the run, incomplete. Williams almost got it. Kilgore put his hand in there at the end, and now it's a big 3rd and 2 because you look at the clock, 6:37 to go. Clemson gets a first down and gets points out of this. It becomes a 2-possession game.
That's kind of been the story. And look at the disparity. Clemson 6 of 14. Now, one of those they were able to extend because instead of punting it away, they were able to extend that drive. We mentioned that penalty. In South Carolina, 3rd down's been a nightmare all game long. Defensively, Clemson's been outstanding on that down.
Battenker blocking and Randall running for a first down.
Great push. Right up the middle. And Randall, no-nonsense runner. Just gets right downhill. Bettencourt comes in there. He's able to get the split. Gets a nice block inside out on the backside, but it's the push on the inside of that Clemson offensive front. It will just displace South Carolina. An easy pickup for Randall. No-nonsense run. Get downhill. Get the conversion.
Bettencourt's an impressive true freshman from Lakemore, Illinois. 5 catches in that big block, too. Clemson is in field goal territory. Randall tackled for a loss. Made Troy Pikes again. Pikes has really come on in the last few weeks, Snitch.
Yeah, he has. It's just does a great job at jetting upfield. When we talk about pass rushers, edge defenders, he's able to get a negative yardage play, and you're talking about field goal range. South Carolina doing a good job of trying to push Clemson back. Negative yardage play to make it that much more difficult.
And still doing it without Dylan.
Hello? Hello? I'm your child and I'm in prison. Why are you scamming me?
Line of scrimmage ball, Williams breaks 1 tackle and gets inside the 35. Jalen Kilgore got him on the ground, and here comes a big 3rd down and 10.
Had that 3rd and short earlier, handed off to Adam Randall, easy conversion. Tougher here. Now, as Alyssa just noted, no Dylan Stewart. So the compensation that we've seen on 3rd down from South Carolina is additional rushers, more than 4. We saw one bring from the perimeter, but from the 2nd level as well. They've been filling up the pass rush lanes with linebackers.
On 3rd and 10 with a flag on the field, Klubnik delivers a first down ball to Williams. Down at the 20, let's see what the flag's about.
Illegal formation offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
4th time we've seen this call, and I think what's happening is I think that they're saying that Tristan Lee, the left tackle, is too far back in his pass stance, trying to get a little bit of a head start. It gets loud here on 3rd downs. He's trying to get a little bit extra room for his pass set. End up costing his team a conversion. confusion on that. Ended up having to burn a timeout for Clemson offensively.
You think this game matters to two teams that have had a tough season? It's all on the line in the Palmetto Bowl.
We are all in this together. Love for the game, the grace, and the grit. It, the believers, sides, and seeds. Here, the home of the SEC Network.
We are live at Monsters Inc., where the cheers are growing louder than Dan's tide.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis as Mike and Sully team up with the Philadelphia Eagles and LA Chargers.
Get ready for an actual live football game showcased in real time, monsterfied just for you. Mike, Sully, Pixar, ESPN, and the NFL invite you to
Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers.
December 8th at 8 Eastern.
I'm always watching, and you better be too.
You know something special is about to happen.
Are you not entertained? The SEC.
Top to bottom, the best league in the country by far.
SEC Network, your home for SEC men's basketball.
Two ranks surrounded by a steel cage. You wanna play games? We're gonna play games. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Stream Survivor Series War Games tonight at 7 Eastern on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
Clear your calendar. You can feel the electricity. Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down so you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day.
It's 3rd and 15 for Clemson at the South Carolina 39-yard line. And the game could be hanging in the balance here. Clemson gets enough yards to attempt the field goal and make it as a two-possession game. The Gamecocks trying to prevent it. They get the football back. And they'll run it, and they won't get anything. Jatias Gear.
As you said that, Taylor, I thought the mindset here has to be to try to gain yards to make it a manageable field goal attempt. You're not thinking 3rd and 15, especially the way the pass rush has been able to get to your quarterback. South Carolina was geared up for them. They're thinking the same thing. Excellent play. They weren't thinking pass rush.
There's no Clemson player on the field right now. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Dabo Swinney's either going to call timeout or take a delay of game here.
He takes the delay probably here. Sitting with just that one timeout left. Great job by Jatias Gear. He's coming in there on a stunt. He's out there at end, and he's spiking inside. And they did.
Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes, 36 seconds.
Take the delay again. We saw earlier, they almost got South Carolina pinned deep. It ended up being a touchback. You buy a little bit more room with the delay game, and you preserve that timeout.
Jack Smith set a Good year, punter from Lower Alabama, trying to pin the Gamecocks deep. And he's done just that. Well done, down to the 5. And Lenoris Sellers, he was the hero last year in Clemson, winning the game with his legs. Can he do it again this time in Columbia?
You've got time to work with. You've just got a ton of field to cover. In this game, they have not driven the football. The longest possession lasted 8 plays. And where South Carolina has really struggled is when it's obvious passing scenarios. It doesn't have to be that here. With 3:29, you've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute. So because of that, you've got time to work with, but you got to ask your offense to do more than stuff all afternoon.
Is in zone, up top, deflected, intercepted. There's Jones again, pick 6.
Touchdown. Should be a touchdown. Oh.
That's Ricardo's 2nd of the day, his 6th of the season.
Came out throwing in their own end zone, trying to get it to Nick Harbor. Ball got deflected up, and Harbor, I think, thought it was just going to go to the ground, and instead, Jones comes up with another takeaway. Until you think about in this game, we've seen it a couple of times. You see the nice protection, clean enough pocket, and Laura Sellers trying to get it upfield. Ball gets deflected. I don't think Nick Harbor realized where the ball was going, and Jones comes up underneath it. Ashton Hampton was the one that was able to get the breakup, and the ball deflects up. You see Harbor kind of just, he was looking down at the ground. I don't think he saw where the football had gone after the breakup, and Jones comes running underneath it.
Jones now tied for the lead in all of college football with 6 interceptions on the season. Clemson did use its final timeout. Looks like they're prepared to go for 2 here to make this a 14-point lead.
Think back to the takeaways. Look at the interception that was made earlier. Missed opportunity for South Carolina. Pick in the end zone. We've seen a couple of those in this game to deny scoring opportunities, go with both directions.
Let's go for Dos, brought to you by Dos Equis. Nick. 2 for 2 on the season. Randall with the 2 points.
Well, he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass still, but he has thrown a 2-point conversion. May not matter. He's not keeping track of that, I'm sure. A jarring turn of events with a home crowd. You're thinking your offense is about to stage a drive, perhaps. Instead, the pick going the other way, and Clemson gets out there for an easy 2-point conversion, get their back fast out there to the flat. Able to make it a 2-touchdown lead with only 3:20 to play. A tall task for this offense based on what we've seen this afternoon.
Such a tight football game until that play, and Dabo Sweeney is loving it over on the Clemson sidelines. He said it has been such a privilege to coach in this rivalry. This is the 17th time as a head coach he's done it. Actually said that one of his most favorite moments came when he was the wide receiver coach when they came over here and won.
Well, we said earlier, plenty of time. Not the case any longer.
Here's it. No, I wouldn't miss your.
Because inevitably there were going to be some passing scenarios in possession. Now it's you've got to gain a lot in a little. You've got to try to cram in 2 possessions in 3:20.
Preferably you'd score before that 2-minute timeout. Too high on a slant to his little brother. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
The key here, obviously, get the drive started. Got to get it rolling a little bit. Ball comes out quickly, so only the 4 seconds roll off. And as you mentioned, Taylor, is there a way to try to keep it moving quickly? Try to leverage the 2-minute drill. Clemson defensively, talking about the defenses here in the second half, been outstanding.
Sellers outraces Tigers to the sideline. Has really struggled throwing the football here in the second half. He's just 1 of his last 10.
When I think about these linebackers for Clemson, Woodaz, Sammy Brown, they played really well, especially in the second half. Keep out the drive earlier. They're able to get some key stops in the ground game. Got the tip ball on a 4th down attempt. They've been excellent. They have contained Lenora Sellers and tackled when they had to.
Harbor, that is a 1st down, and then fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Clemson. Sammy Brown recovers it. And the South Carolina turnovers are just too much.
Harbor trying to make some plays after the catch. Coming there, just popped it out. Great job, got the hand right on it with Ronan Hannafin. Got his left hand in there to pop it out of Nick Harbor's arms. Sammy Brown's there to collect it. There's that line, those linebackers for Clemson. They've had a whale of the second half. Jefferson, Georgia's finest. Sammy Brown, heck of a high school football player. Darn good takeaway there. That's been for the last 2 possessions. You think South Carolina, you hang tight in there, you got a chance to make a run at it. It was already going to be tough on that previous possession. Back-to-back turnovers, just brutal.
And Randall will get a few more. That could be right at 100 yards rushing for him as the Gamecocks will use their first timeout. Dabo Swinney in his 18th year as the head coach at Clemson. The win here today ties Joe Paterno and Urban Meyer with 187 wins. It's the 4th most for a coach in their first 20 years. Of course, he's had those 2 national championship wins. But he says this team has fought for the place. And he loves coaching in this game. He said, I would rather have lost to the Gamecocks than never have coached in the Palmetto Bowl. Stands to be 10-7 as the head coach with a win here today. And how about this stat? If this score holds, Stitch, he matches Alabama since 2011 with 139 power wins, the most in college football.
Well, pretty remarkable. It's been an amazing run, a disappointing season. No question for Clemson. They've had some close losses, some near misses. They have not played great in the 4th quarter. They played well enough in this 4th quarter. Like we said, this game meant even more. If that's possible, right? Because usually both these teams are pointing towards something else. South Carolina for a playoff berth. Clemson was a playoff team a season ago. Different this time around. There's more teeth in it.
Just a reminder coming up next, it's the Battle Line rivalry. Arkansas in Mizzou. We called it last year in a blizzard in Como. It's in Fayetteville this time. And tonight it's the Skycast broadcast of Alabama and Auburn, the Iron Bowl at 7:30 Eastern. That was the game that Dabo Swinney paid exclusive attention to as a kid. Of course, winning a national championship in 1992 as a receiver for the Crimson Tide. You mentioned it's not the last game that Clemson will play.
No, Clemson.
Mark Schleybaugh and Kyle Bonagura are bowl gurus. Say it's either the Gasparilla Bowl or the Sun Bowl, most likely for Clemson.
It'll sound warmer than it is here today, that's for sure.
Randall on a 3rd and 5 gets the first down. There's a flag down, and Randall's running into the end zone.
Where's the touchdown? What?
Bring this one back. City Judge.
But you're not a touchdown?
Replay 3rd down.
What?
A bit of tugging of the jerseys there, just enough to draw the flag.
So that just cost them a touchdown.
I haven't seen many go against Clemson
Bruh.
other than formation issues. They were patient with the ground game early, proved to be opportunistic. What a great second half for this offense. You know, credit South Carolina defensively. They did an excellent job. We're just 3 points. I remember the one with the pick six. It's going to show like 10 points in the second half. 7 of those go to the defense. 8 with the 2-point conversion.
Peter Woods in the backfield is Klubnik facing pressure
What was that?
in the backfield and just has to throw it away. It'll be 4th down. A lot of talking between these two teams. This game that means so much. Gamecocks and Shane Beamer winning it on the road the last 2 times they've been to Clemson.
It's a weird kind of dynamic in this rivalry where the away team seems to enjoy the most success. This last 5 times.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 in a row if this score holds for the road team. Nobody's deep for South Carolina here as Jack Smith will try to punt this away. 11 up on the line, trying to block it. Smith gets it off. Another terrific job by Smith to pin the Gamecocks deep. Well, how about the last time a home team won a game in this series? Trevor Lawrence back in 2018 to T. Higgins. Christian Wilkins diving over. Wow. And then 56-35 win. Deebo Samuel scored in every way you can for the Gamecocks in a losing effort that day.
That feels like forever ago with those names. Unreal. It's been a away team's delight in this one for sure.
Come on, Clemson. Come
Prior to
on.
that pick six,
Come on.
though, this was nip and tuck really throughout the second half.
Norris downfield, and that's a good ball to Jaden Sellers. Little brother makes the catch at the 2-minute timeout.
Sellers got pop on that end of it as well.
Clemson less than 2 minutes away from another Palmetto Bowl win.
Stream Survivor Series War Games tonight on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
Year 3 of Fun Day Football is coming to Monstropolis. Get ready for an actual live football game, showcased in real time, monster-fied just for you.
Monsters Fun Day Football between the Eagles and Chargers.
Join us December 8th at 8 Eastern.
Clear your calendar.
We got a game that weekend.
You can feel the electricity. Go crazy on poster board. Scream at a stranger. Look, it's Peter. And some of the normal fans kicking a field goal.
That's what I'm excited about.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Time to get a little unhinged for 3 hours, then start counting down until you can do it all again. Welcome to the wild world of college game day.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable night out.
It's a break right now.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition.
Christmas all day.
Something happened. Give me a minute. 1 minute. Don't know what happened. Alright. I'm happy.
My grandma was like 4'11", had 8 kids, and she went through it. All of these trees here.
Bruh. I have no clue what happened. What the heck? Really? No. Of course. Never fails. How can you? What is going on? You kidding me?
To be out.
Hang on.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
You want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon
Yeah,
on ABC and ESPN. In the South, it's not just the story that you tell, it's how you tell it.
This was more than a game. This was history. SEC legends, all in one place. Let me tell you a story.
Bruh.
Welcome back to what should be a grilling second half. Good friends that have beaten each other each of the last 4 years. Exchanged a lot of ideas throughout the year, and they had a long conversation on the field before this one started. Gamecocks need a miracle with 1:56 to go. Sellers downfield incomplete.
Can you just get off the screen?
Hannafin in there to break it up.
He's made a couple of nice plays, Hannafin. Almost looked like they were going to fit it in here to Sellers. Should have fit it in there. Sellers had two hands on it. Hannafin able to get the breakout, forced a fumble earlier from Nick Harbor. Sellers certainly emerged. The other Sellers, the receiver version.
Really? You actually gotta be kidding. You're actually kidding me, right? It never freaking fails. I want to watch something.
Healthcare laws are changing in 20.
Excuse me,
Every
do
time
you
I try
know
to
that
watch
really
something.
great non-alcoholic beer that I keep seeing?
You mean athletic? You're looking at it. It's athletic. Ask for it.
Actually, never freaking fails.
I love how your eyes close.
That's Sammy Brown.
Brother! God. There's nothing I can do. I hate them. Literally like a minute and something left, and I can't freaking do it. They want to act stupid. Oh. So stupid, man. Never fails. Now the only thing you'll see is blackness. Can this hurry up? Now saying I can't connect to the network. Are you kidding me? By the time this is over, it's going to be over with. So stupid. It's actually stupid. That's one of these freaking sweet time. Let me get back to it. I'm gonna try to get back to it. Oh my geez, it's going so slow.
Going to make the hard decisions that takes our program from being a 9-win team last year to being a college football playoff team moving forward. He does believe that he has the support too from the school, from the administration. Their forward-thinking athletic director Jeremiah Donati got plenty of support from
Now I'm bro.
Brown is reflecting balls on every play.
11. Pass is broken up, by the way. 11. Incredible. Sammy Brown just reading the eyes of Lenora Sellers.
But Gamecocks fans, with what Shane Beamer did last year, winning 9 games, and I think had a college football playoff caliber team at the end of the season, should still have hope that they have the right coach, they have the right people supporting their coach. They need to have a big offseason that starts immediately.
They got to fix the offense. I mean, I think it's that simple. Defensively, in this game included, they played good enough to win on that side of the ball.
Great catch going upstairs by little brother Jaden Sellers.
Are you kidding me? God. There's no point in watching the thing because it won't work. Of course, when other people want to watch it works, but when I want to watch it, that doesn't work. That's just rigged. Something went wrong. Shut the heck up.
The holiday season is
Oh
here.
my God, I'm about to freaking break
Underscore is your
some.
VIP pass to unique gifts.
21-yard completion.
There's no foul in the play for targeting.
Well, maybe that's why it came out. It was a clean shot. See, Sellers goes up, defenseless player, and that's a clean play. See why the flag came out? Makes sense, but definitely a clean play there.
Norris dumps it off. It's Jaden again. Down near the 30. South Carolina finished the season 4-8. Clemson at 7-5.
46 seconds.
With a bowl assignment coming up a week from Sunday. Norris gets to the sideline.
40
As you were
seconds.
saying, Taylor, from
40
South Carolina's
seconds.
perspective, you make 2 changes on the offensive side. You make a change, offensive line coach going into the Oklahoma game. And later, you make a change, the offensive coordinator after the Ole Miss game. You saw a little bit of life, but that's the side of the ball, and Shane Beamer knows it. He's got to get it right as far as those hires. He knows that he has to make 2 hires to fill those spots.
TJ Parker again with the sack. Cade Klubnik loves it. Klubnik is going to leave this series having never thrown a touchdown pass, but he had a bunch of rushing touchdowns in the series.
Parker just winning on the edge, 3-man rush, and just power rush. Cade Klubnik's fired up. You get that 2-point conversion through that one.
South Carolina does use that final timeout. Always a privilege to be with this great crew. Our production team, known as Tupelo Honey, actually went to a Tupelo Honey restaurant.
And they just gained 5 seconds.
Because with the same
Are you kidding me?
Save big at Floor & Decor when you shop Black Friday deals all weekend long. From November 28th to...
Kidding me? 35 seconds and it's going to act stupid.
his name, you have to do it.
Oh, wait.
Nick
I'm not missing anything.
Our very favorite director in the world, brought an Al Michaels-like spread here to the booth at halftime, and I am still drooling over the shrimp and grits and the pecan pie, or as my wife and you say, pecan pie. Oh, there it is. There's the spread. There's the chicken, the collard greens.
Well, the greens are unbelievable.
There's some bacon in there.
Yep.
How do you say that word?
Pecan.
Pecan is what you say. Pie.
Pecan. Hey, man, whatever. Just bring it out.
Shrimp and grits are great. Nick, you're a great American. God bless you.
Late bid for Director of the Year.
Food is the way to our heart, literally. 2nd and 14. Sellers down again. T.J. Parker with another sack. Dabo Sweeney's going to improve to 10,
17,
7 in
16,
the Palmetto
15.
Bowl. Coaching all the way to the finish.
I think we got it.
Jacobs out of bounds with a couple seconds to go.
2 seconds.
Well, we said it multiple times. In this season, this game means even more.
All they have to do is just sit there and hold it.
Sweeter for the Clemson Tigers to continue the road game or the road team victories.
There's a lot of people that gave up on Dabo Sweeney earlier this season.
Yeah.
They gave up on this Clemson team. He didn't, and his players didn't. And from 1-3, they finished the season with 7 wins.
That's time.
Biggest comeback story in Clemson history. It ends with a Jacobs catch and
Let's
a Brandon
go.
Closure tackle. And Clemson celebrates in Columbia again.
Well, it wasn't pretty in the second half for Clemson offensively. It didn't matter. Their defense did the job. Able to find the end zone, complemented with a 2-point conversion. Some key takeaways in this game that kind of framed out the outcome. Another victory for the road team, and you see two coaches that respect one another quite a bit in a big rivalry.
2 class acts right there. That's what sportsmanship is all about between those two. Let's go down to Alyssa.
You might be right, Coach. Coach, you healed.
I'll take you though.
No, thanks, Stubba. You healed the heartbreak from a season ago. How did this group get this one done on the road tonight?
Well, I mean, this is not an easy place to play, and I'm just really proud of them.
Let's go. Peace out. You stupid little booter.
Protect your health with plans that include $0 checkups and screenings. Preventive.
I hope the hero likes me.
I'm still recording. Great. Well, peace out, guys. Hope y'all liked it. Peace. I'm not into the long. Peace.